What's going on, Ultraspinners Nation? This is Rob from the Ultraspinners team coming to you today. I want to give you all a look at the Primeforge Modulator setup from Ultraspinners. We got the full lineup on the table today. We've got the Ultraspinners Modulator wearing the Space Explorer kit. We have the original modulator with some brass add-ons. We have the Merc modulator in cog form. We also have our new Ergo line of spinners. These are budget-friendly, including the Ergo Max in the middle, the Ergo Junior to the right, which feature a 608 bearing, and also our new prototype of the Ergo Omega, which is a combination of the two bodies. And it also is rocking the new R188 bearings that we're going to be working with. That thing's been shocking me with spin times. We're seeing spin times in the 5.5 minute range on an unbroken in bearing. But anyway, back to the main event today. So we wanted to do another really cool science fiction based limited edition modulator. These are up for pre-order. They run for pre-order through April 7th. And once that pre-order closes, we're only going to be producing as many of these as we get ordered. So you snooze, you lose pretty much on this. We won't be making it again in this format. So if you guys are interested in something, if you're a fan of series that have robots that can change form, then you might want to get in on this. So the kit is going to be $189.99. It does include quite a bit, and you'll see when we get to this why the price is up there a little bit higher than our other special editions. But there was a lot of machining. This is actually made with a wire EDM. The machining on it is absolutely beautiful. But the first thing you're going to get is a standard edition modulator that's been anodized. The blue doesn't really pick up in the camera quite the way it does in person. It looks a little bit pastel on the camera, but in person it is a very nice electric blue, very much screen accurate for what we were going for. This is the original modulator. It is no different than any of our other modulators that have been released, much like the Merc edition. It's just been anodized, so you have aluminum weights, aluminum collars, aluminum hub, blue aluminum buttons, and also it will come with a set of the convex buttons in gold. The reason we're including these is when we get around to changing into the Primeforge form, if you want it to be symmetrical side to side, you can do that, or you can put one of these on the back and you can have yourself a more screen accurate presentation. Also, if you just want to go with a full golden orb, you can do that. Just some more options to mix and match. So the kit will include the original modulator, weights, 608 ceramic bearing installed. It will include a stainless steel Primeforge attachment. We'll give you a close look at this and the machining. This is our prototype, so it hasn't been polished up quite as much as the finished ones will be. But you can see these holes are fully done with the wire EDM machine. It's got reliefs for the screws so that they sit flush. It's been fully machined so that it really, really captures the look that we were going for. It's quite heavy. I haven't thrown it on the scale yet, but this is by far the heaviest attachment that we've done yet. Just as a word of, I don't know if you'll call it warning or just notification, with the weight on this, this is really an artsy fidget. This is going to be something that's great for playing around with, displaying, enjoying, but it is not going to hit massive spin times. I've been seeing spin times in the 45-second range when put on the modulator. The modulator in this form hits about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This does create a little bit of a wobble, but it really is just for someone who likes this form factor, enjoys the subject matter, and wants something really cool and different to have fun with or to display with their spinner collection. But I just want to make people aware that with the modulator in the Primeforge form, you will not see any kind of dramatic spin increases, even though it is weighty. It's kind of like our Space Explorer that came out. It's something that's really neat, really cool looking, different than what's been done before, but not something that's going to break the spin records out there or anything like that. So let's get this changed over to give you a look at what this looks like. So when you're going to install your Primeforge, just like with our other versions, with our cog, things like that, any of you who are familiar with those models, you're just going to take the aluminum arm weights and collars off. You can set these aside. You're going to take your Primeforge, slide it in. Screws go through the top. We got these little rails installed here. They do help a little bit with locating things and making sure that you get it in the right place. And when you start these screws, you really just want to start them by hand. You want to make sure you're not cross-threading. The hub is made of an aluminum material, so there is the potential, especially with a hardened screw, to strip it out. But as long as you get them started, the thread pitch is very, very aggressive. It was designed to be user-friendly. Then you just kind of want to line it up by eye. And we include the wrench that you will need to fasten the hardware. As with all our kits, we make sure that you are good to go straight out of the box. You kind of want to give it a spin, make sure that it is in alignment, because having it out of alignment will definitely cause some issues. This one's fairly easy to get into alignment. You just give these screws a little snugging, and as you can see, it doesn't really want to spin. We decided not to go with the O-rings because we were finding they were honestly just getting in the way on these ring type attachments and just causing a little bit of difficulty that was unnecessary. So the O-rings have been omitted. If you want to throw them in there, you can, but I see no need to do that. And once it's installed, here you go. You got the fully finished edition, color matched, anodized, stainless steel. Like I said, it is quite weighty. Hand-wise, you can see plenty of room, actually more room than the Space Explorer edition. And if you actually take a look here, you can see it's a bit shorter than the original modulator. It's this is about 3.3 inches, and this is just under 3 inches. So it does have plenty of room to fidget with, and pretty spin friendly. You can get it going. Very comfortable to spin. It doesn't balance on one finger. I will just let you guys know that up front. But it's a lot of fun. It's a great fidget. It's, I'm one of the kind of spinner people out there that likes to constantly be stopping and starting my spinners, and this serves that purpose great. It looks just absolutely phenomenal as a kinetic art piece. This is really out there with things I couldn't even have imagined when I asked the machine shop to make something like this, that this would have been the final product. And when I put it with my shape-shifting robot collectibles that I own, it really looks like something straight out of a collectible line and not something that you would expect out of a spin shop. So one last thing, like I said, is that you can swap on one of the buttons. So let me just take one of these off of here and get the matching replacement for this side. And like I said, now if you want it to really be a very, very screen accurate representation of what you remember from your childhood, you can put the one button on and get a very screen accurate representation. Still very easy to spin, no problems there. The anodizing is coated, sealed, it's very durable. Really a fantastic spinner. Now, like I said, the kit will be offered at $189.99 when you purchase on the website, www.ultraspinners.com. You also have the option to pick up a color-matched cog, which can go on in place of the Primeforge ring, very similar to our Merc edition. I believe these are an additional $34.99, but for those who like a full complement of accessories or really like the colors, we can do this. Also, for $59.99, we have the stainless steel attachment on its own. This is being sold so that our previous owners of a modulator can also do that. And I'll give you guys a quick look at what it looks like on a standard modulator. Whoops, Butterfingers. So pretty much same idea. You're just going to take it. Now this is our original prototype. It does not have the alignment rails, so it does take an extra moment to make sure you got that on the proper axis. After a little bit of testing, we decided to add those rails in to make sure that the user experience was as simple and easy as can be. Not the easiest thing to do when you're looking through the lens of the camera. There we go. So we're going to get that started. Come over here. So as you can see, fully compatible with our original releases. Pretty much everything in the modulator line is interchangeable. We're still using the same size formats for everything. You can put, if you have one of the Merc editions, you can take this and put it in there and kind of do an evil edition of the Primeforge, which looks really cool. If you have an original, you can put it in there and get more of a dual tone or a monochromatic, depending on what buttons you're using. But the handle is available for those who don't want to spring for the full package, but want to have the option of adding this to their lot. Again, the handles will only be made as many as are ordered, and our pre-orders do close on April 7th. So this is going to be a very limited edition production. They will not be made again in this format. So if you guys are looking to pick up one of these and add it to your collection of Ultraspinner stuff, I suggest you head over to the website, take a look, and pick it up. So this has been Rob coming to you with the new Primeforge Modulator. Thank you guys for checking us out. Thank you for all your support of the product line. We hope you enjoy our products and keep spinning and having a great time.